FIFA, the Federación Internacional de Fútbol Association, has governed the world's most popular sport for over a century. Its influence stretches across continents, controlling World Cup tournaments, sponsorship deals, and broadcasting rights that generate billions of dollars. But behind the glamorous facade of football lies a darker reality, a network of corruption, bribery, and vote buying that undermines the integrity of the game. By the early 2010s, investigators had begun piecing together a global financial web linking FIFA executives to illicit payments, kickbacks, and personal enrichment schemes. The scope of the corruption is staggering. Votes for tournament hosting rights are sold, sponsorship contracts manipulated, and marketing deals secured through bribes. The transactions are carefully disguised through shell companies, offshore accounts, and consulting fees. South American and Caribbean football federations emerge as major hubs for corruption. Executives reportedly receive cash, luxury gifts, and expensive trips in exchange for their votes and support. These payments ensure favorable outcomes for hosting rights and lucrative contracts. Money laundering is rampant, with funds routed through multiple jurisdictions to obscure their origin and ownership. The scandal reaches a tipping point in May 2015. The U.S. Department of Justice charges 14 high-ranking FIFA officials, including federation presidents and key committee members, with wire fraud, racketeering, and money laundering. The arrests send shockwaves throughout the football world. Swiss authorities cooperate, freezing accounts and opening investigations into FIFA's Zurich headquarters. Testimonies from former insiders reveal a systematic process. Votes and contracts are sold to the highest bidder, often under strict instructions for secrecy. Marketing agencies and media companies involved in broadcasting tournaments are implicated, having paid bribes to secure rights. The global nature of the corruption illustrates how deeply embedded the network is in football governance. Even Sepp Blatter, FIFA's longtime president, cannot escape scrutiny. Following mounting pressure and revelations of mismanagement and complicity, Blatter is suspended and eventually resigns. While his departure signals accountability, critics note that systemic reform remains slow and incomplete. Investigations trace financial records, emails, and contracts that expose multi-million-dollar payments disguised as legitimate consulting fees or sponsorships. Journalists uncover lavish trips, private jets, and luxury accommodations, all funded by illicit transactions. Former insiders cooperate with authorities, detailing the inner workings of vote buying, bribery, and kickback mechanisms. The scandal also shines a light on FIFA's structural weaknesses. Weak audit, opaque reporting, and concentrated executive power with minimal oversight. International courts, congressional hearings, and collaborative investigations between the U.S., Switzerland, and other countries ensure that accountability is pursued across borders. The bidding processes for World Cups, particularly the 2010 South Africa and 2018 Russia tournaments, are scrutinized, with allegations that financial influence affected outcomes. Public outrage grows as fans and sponsors demand transparency from football's most influential organization. Some executives plead guilty, offering further insight into the breadth and depth of corruption within FIFA. In response, FIFA implements reforms, term limits for executives, auditing committees, and compliance programs. Yet, critics argue that change is slow, and entrenched networks of influence remain. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar is examined retrospectively, with questions about financial influence continuing to cast a shadow over the event. The FIFA corruption case demonstrates a chilling reality. When money and power intertwine in global institutions, integrity can be compromised, and beloved organizations can be manipulated for personal gain. The case serves as a reminder that transparency, oversight, and accountability are essential to protect the fairness of sport. Ultimately, the FIFA scandal is more than a story about bribery. It is a cautionary tale of ambition, secrecy, and the vulnerabilities of institutions when oversight fails. The beautiful game, adored by billions, is shown to be susceptible to the same forces that challenge governance, ethics, and trust worldwide. From the U.S. federal courts to Swiss authorities, the FIFA corruption case will remain a defining chapter in sports history, illustrating the perilous intersection of money, influence, and global sport.